Hello everyone, greetings to my newest video installment. In this episode, I'm thrilled to present a series of handmade ornaments I've recently crafted, ideal for adoring your Christmas tree or giving as heartfelt gifts. Come along as I illustrate the straightforward process of fashioning personalized ornaments with the help of the Cricut machine. If you find this content enjoyable, give the video a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you're new here. Drop a comment to notify me of your subscription. I'm eager to welcome my new audience. And for those who are returning, also drop me a comment so I can say hi. Without further ado, let's delve into the creative journey and embark on crafting some festive projects together. A little late in the game of making these acrylic ornaments, so I'm just going to move that over here. Okay, so I have these 3 acrylics, and what I decided to do is actually before I even start to weed, let me go ahead and rub some rubbing alcohol on here just to clean the surface. This has been sitting in my craft room while I was trying to get everything prepared for my videos, so you never know what kind of dust, particles, or oils for my lotion. I constantly wear lotion all the time. Hopefully the paint colors are familiar with you because I've used these 3 types of colors in previous projects. So if not, be sure to watch the other videos because this is my last video that I'm creating, so you would have definitely seen these paint colors again. So I decided to just paint the back with the acrylic paint and just kind of give this brush look. It's very popular. It was very popular for a while. I don't know if it still is, but I have always been wanting to do this. And in fact, these are not ornaments. These are just acrylic rounds that I had purchased for baby milestone markers back when I was pregnant, and I ended up not having time to make it, so they just sat in my craft room. So I just had my husband drill me a hole, and I don't know if this hole is going to be big enough for me to use, but we will see if that can get that ribbon. I'm sure I'll be able to get that ribbon through there. But anyways, that is the idea that I have for these acrylic rounds, and they're just going to go in the craft room. So I opted for this holographic vinyl, and I just did a quick monogram of my husband and my daughter and of course myself. So the challenge here is to see, you know, what is going on here. See that so what I did was, this is not an SVG or anything like that. I just found a font that I really liked, and I found a wreath that I really liked, and then I paired it together. Of course, I did last initial, first name, last name. Or, I'm sorry, last name, first name, middle name. Goodness. All right. So there's that. And this one is my daughter's. So hers is going to go there. And then we'll do this one next. This is going to be mine. place on here. Go. Peel that up. Go. I think if I were to do this, I probably would have never done the little wreath around it just because it already has a border, the acrylic paint, so I probably wouldn't do that again. So just think about that as an option. All right, so there we go. I think these turned out super cute. In this craft project, we're going to be using these clear Christmas ornaments. And before I get into what we're doing, I do want to tell you guys, if you add any type of acrylic paint, or you can add Mod Podge and then add glitter. You can change the color to these. You could also add alcohol ink, and then if you wanted more of a see-through look. So I thought about doing that, but I didn't want to take away from the ribbon, so that's why I opted not to do that. So what we're going to do is, in fact, I have to throw this disclaimer out. This is not my original idea, although I'm doing my own little spin to it. Beth Adilly did it in her channel, I don't know, a year or two ago, and then I also saw it on Pinterest just recently, and I know that she did as well. So I want to do that for my daughter. So I'm going to do a bulb for each year, for each Christmas. So she was born in 2021. So she'll have a bulb for 2021, 2022, and then of course 2023. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this ribbon to the height she was, or how tall she was during that Christmas season. So that is what we're going to do. And then I have some vinyl that I'm going to apply to this after the ornaments have been placed. In fact, you know what? I'm going to do it first. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that first. Let's get this weeded out. And I apologize. This is white on white. It is Hobby Lobby brand Paper Studio. And what I did is I just found a good Christmas font that I liked, and I just put the year, each year that since she's been born. So I have 2021, 2022, and then 2023. And then I plan on doing this. Now, she only did it just for the 1 year, and who knows, maybe off camera she's doing it every year. But I am doing this every year. And I had to look back at my notes of how tall she was each year. So, and I'm going to do this every year until she's 18. And then when she moves out and has her own little Christmas tree, she can take the bulbs. Although I'm going to keep the original one. Now, of course, you guys can do this. If you don't have any kids, you can, you can have the ribbon for each year you've been married. So it'd be like 1 inch for 1 year, 2 inches for 2 years. Mine would be, at this point, only 5 inches long. Because I've only been married for 5 years. Just celebrate our 5th year. Okay, oh, and before I do want to go ahead and add, didn't know I bought some jumping ornaments. Add some rubbing alcohol. Kind of pressing it down one at a time. Because you can tell on the transfer tape it's kind of bending. And the rubbing alcohol also helps the vinyl adhered better. And I'm not using my scraper tool because I'm afraid it's going to mess with how the vinyl is laying down. I have some areas I need to come back. Okay, so this just says 2022. And I kind of put it up a little bit higher than I should have, but it's kind of hard to see. There we go. All right. So in 2021, she was 26 inches. So let me find 26 inches. And then Okay, 26 inches. So that's 2021. And to 40 inches. I should have just used this from the very beginning. So 14 plus 18, that's 32, right? Yeah. Late night crafting, double checking my math here. All right. So I'll clean this all up. I don't know if you guys can see it on my desk, but it is a mess. And I just bought this ribbon from, this one and the white one is from Dollar Tree. And then the silver one is from Michael's. Okay, so what I'm gonna have to do is make sure this is like super tight. Okay, and I think I'm gonna have to let it funnel in there. All right, and then let's shake it up. I'm gonna stick my, this is a scoring tool, so I'm just gonna kind of stick it in there. And there we go. So then we're gonna put that in here. And there we go. All right, let's go ahead and do the next one. There we go. So again, each year I'm going to do this and remeasure her. And of course, the older she gets, or the taller she gets, the fuller these are going to be. And they're going to be its own color each year. But I really think this is super cute. And then when if she wants, she can pull them all out and see how tall she has gotten every year. And this is really a cute idea. Just a thought, because, you know, you don't know if you're going to stay in the house that you are, so mark it on a wall or a door. You may not be able to carry that memory on to the next house, but these you can. So, anyways, I hope that gave you guys some inspiration. Again, this is a credit to Beth Adilli. Again, I'm not affiliated with her. She did it on her channel a little while ago, and I also just saw it on Pinterest. So I thought, why not do it myself and carry it on every year. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next set of ornaments. So our second to last craft project are these cute wood rounds. I got a bunch of them off of Amazon, and I thought it'd be super adorable to add some sentiments to them to hang off of the tree. So that is what I'm going to do, and I just cut them all out in black vinyl. Now, of course, you can iron it on, but I didn't think it was necessary to spend that time to do that. So that is why I'm just using good old regular adhesive vinyl. You have done as well, transfer tape. Time to retire you. All right, there we go. Of course, I can get my little ladybug in here and vacuum that all up. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to bring in in tradition, or to keep on going with the farmhouse. I'm getting all tongue-tied here. I'm going to add this ribbon, and don't know how well this is going to work. Because this is pretty thick. So let me, I want something that's sharp. There we go. Oh, that's perfect. And I just got this ribbon from Michael's. Double knot it. There we go. What do you guys think? I think these turned out super adorable. Let's go ahead and finish up the rest of these. All right, what do you guys think? I love how these turned out. I really like the buffalo check. It really adds that farmhouse look to them, and that was the look that I was going for. And I'm really glad that I got the opportunity to do these ornaments this year. So they're just going to get added to my little tree. We have 2 trees, and this one's going to go on the more farmhouse tree. The other one's just a family tree that we're going to be adding all of our ornaments to. So, okay, let's go ahead and move into the last craft project of the video. So here are the magnets that I did before I started my channel. One is stained, one is not. And I just did a paint of white chalk paint, and then I added my vinyl to it. And then I just added this sheet magnets. In fact, I don't know where they're at right now in my craft room, so I'm not going to be adding it in this video, but just note, once I get everything cleaned up, I'll find it. And then it's a adhesive on one side, and of course the magnet part is the part that goes out, so, or goes up, I should say. But anyways, so I was going to put those aside, and I thought, why not retire those for the season, and then add some Christmassy vinyl to my refrigerator. Now, I get it if this is not your style. I don't know if you can kind of unsee the coaster part, but I was just playing around and I thought, oh my gosh, this is so cute. And it's kind of been on my refrigerator for, I don't know, about 6 months, and they hold up pretty good. That I realized these are really not ornaments, so they really don't belong in this video, but they kind of are, right? You can technically turn them into an ornament, right? Just add some ribbon to it. but I just kind of snuck them in there because I had to do something for my fridge, of course. So there's that. Hopefully. Okay. Let's go ahead and add some transfer tape. Hoping this would be a good size. No, it's not going to be. Go ahead and use my scraps here, and I'll piece them together. As long as they overlap, they will be a-okay. And we'll varnish the back. I just think these are so cute. In fact, both of them are Design Space SVGs. This one I had it trimmed down. There was like 5 socks or 5 things hanging on this bar here. And I figured if I were going to make it smaller so all 5 can fit on there, it'd just be way too difficult to weed out. So I just sliced it and then just focused on the just these 3. There could be 4. No, I think there's 5 of them. All right. Now this probably could have used some white vinyl, but I think overall it's all right. It will be fine. All right. Barely fits. A little bit. Yeah, perfect. Okay. There we go. All right, and then let's go ahead and do this one. So I got a little bit bigger than I should have. Not sure I got my, well, I know I got my measurements wrong, so I'm not sure what happened. They're way off. But I think it will be all right. So what I'll do with this is I'll get my scissors out and then we'll just lift this up a little bit and trim. And if you weren't watching, I don't think anyone would have noticed. There we go. And like I said, I'm going to be adding these magnets, the sheet magnets, and I just end up cutting them. And there's, like I said, there's an adhesive, and it just put it on there, and then it works. And I will say, they're not strong. They're not very strong, so you can't add a lot of weight to it. That's the only downfall. But of course, you can find thicker ones. But I want something pretty flat, so you know, that will be completely up to you. But again, I'll just add it to the back of these when I find them, once I clean up my craft room. So anyways, well, let's go ahead and bring in everything and we'll take a look at what we did today. So here's everything that we worked on today. I really think they all turned out super adorable. I really like how these acrylic ornaments came out, and I really like the holographic sparkle vinyl. I think it's really pretty. And then of course I'm excited to continue on with this tradition of adding ribbon as she grows older. And then these, I mean, they can't get more farmhouse than that, right? These turned out really pretty, and I really like the SVGs that went along with it. And of course, my fridge slash coaster rounds, they are, like I said, they are technically a coaster, but I still think that they turned out super adorable. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed all of my Christmas crafts. Like I said at the beginning of the video, this is the last home decor for my house, I should say, that I crafted for. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.